California is famous for its golden beaches and sunny skies, but behind the sunshine lies a darker side, filled with restless spirits and eerie tales. In this video, we'll count down the 7 most haunted places in California that will blow your mind. So, turn down the lights, settle in, and let's explore the haunted history of California. Number 7. Cary House Hotel, Placerville. Often called the Jewel of Placerville, Cary House Hotel has been welcoming guests for over 150 years. But behind its warm and welcoming exterior, some guests have experienced a different kind of stay. Built in 1857, this hotel has hosted many travelers, including famous figures of the Old West. But with such a long history, it's no wonder that some spirits might still linger here. Many who have stayed at the Cary House Hotel have reported ghostly encounters that can't be easily explained. The most famous spirit here is known as Stan, a former caretaker who seems to have never left. Guests staying on the 4th floor have reported strange occurrences, like objects moving on their own, doors opening by themselves, and the unmistakable sound of footsteps in the hallways when no one else is around. Some even claim to have seen Stan himself, a shadowy figure, quietly going about his work, as if he's still taking care of the hotel. Number 6. Preston Castle, Ione. Once a reform school for troubled boys, Preston Castle has stood for over a century, hiding a dark history within its crumbling walls. Opening its doors in 1894, the school aimed to give these boys a second chance, but life there was anything but easy. Tales of harsh treatment, tragic deaths, and mysterious disappearances have become part of the castle's lore. Though the building was eventually abandoned, the spirits of those who suffered seem to have never left, making Preston Castle one of California's most haunted locations. Visitors and paranormal investigators have reported numerous eerie encounters. The most famous is the spirit of a young boy named Samuel, who tragically died under mysterious circumstances. People claim to hear the faint sound of his voice echoing through the empty halls, calling out for help that never came. Others have felt sudden cold spots, been touched by unseen hands, or seen shadowy figures just out of sight. The castle's walls seem to hold the heavy energy of its troubled past. Number 5. The Black Diamond Mines, Antioch. These old coal mines, now part of a regional preserve, are steeped in history and have a haunting reputation. The winding tunnels and abandoned shafts create a ghostly atmosphere, as if the earth itself is holding on to the secrets of those who once worked and lived here. In the late 19th century, the Black Diamond Mines were at the heart of a coal mining community. Towns like Nortonville and Summersville sprang up around the mines, but life was tough and dangerous. By the early 1900s, the mines closed, and the towns were abandoned, leaving behind only memories, and some say, the spirits of those who lived and died here. One of the most famous ghost stories from the Black Diamond Mines is that of the White Witch, a midwife named Sarah Norton, who tragically died in a carriage accident in the late 1800s. Visitors and park rangers have reported seeing a ghostly figure in white roaming near the Rose Hill Cemetery, where many miners and their families were laid to rest. Phantom footsteps and whispers have been heard echoing through the tunnels, and some have felt a sudden chill while exploring the dark corners of the mines. If you are enjoying this video so far, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, as we have an entire playlist dedicated to haunted places, and more videos are on the way. Number 4. Body State Historic Park. Now we head to Body, a ghost town nestled in the hills of the Sierra Nevada. Once a bustling gold mining town, Body is now a state historic park, frozen in time. Walking through its empty streets, with old buildings still standing but abandoned, you can almost hear the echoes of the past. Body was founded during the California Gold Rush in the late 1800s, and quickly grew into a large town filled with miners, saloons, and businesses. But life in Body was tough, and the town earned a reputation for violence and lawlessness. As the gold ran out, people started to leave, and by the early 1900s, Body was almost completely abandoned. Today, it stands as a well-preserved ghost town, a reminder of a time when dreams of gold brought people here, but only ghosts stayed behind. There's a legend that says anyone who takes something from Body, even a small rock, will be cursed with bad luck until they return it. Many visitors have claimed to experience strange things, hearing voices when no one is there, seeing shadows moving in the windows of abandoned buildings, and feeling an unsettling presence as they explore the town. But if you think that's eerie, wait until you hear what happened at our next location. Number 3. The Queen Mary, Long Beach. This massive ship was once a luxury cruise liner and a warship. It now serves as a hotel and tourist attraction. But beneath its glamorous history, the Queen Mary harbors a much darker side. As you walk through its narrow hallways and explore its grand ballrooms, it's hard not to feel a sense of unease. The Queen Mary was launched in 1936 as a luxury cruise liner, hosting some of the world's wealthiest and most famous people. During World War II, it was transformed into a troop ship, earning the nickname the Grey Ghost because of its speed and the fact that it was painted entirely grey. After the war, it returned to being a passenger ship until it was retired in 1967 and permanently docked in Long Beach. Over the years, the ship has been the site of many tragic incidents, from accidents to mysterious deaths, which many believe are the reasons behind its hauntings. Today, it stands as both a historical landmark and a hotbed of paranormal activity. The most notorious haunt is Room B340, where guests have reported terrifying experiences, blankets being pulled off beds, lights turning on and off by themselves, and unexplained knocks on the door. Throughout the ship, people have seen ghostly figures, including a lady in white and a young girl who is often spotted near the pool area. Many also report hearing strange noises, like the sound of footsteps following them, or distant voices echoing through the ship. Number 2. Winchester Mystery House, San Jose. With its confusing layout of twisting hallways, staircases that lead to nowhere, and doors that open into walls, Winchester Mystery House feels like something out of a dream or a nightmare. The story of the Winchester Mystery House begins in 1886, when Sarah Winchester purchased an 8-room farmhouse and began her obsessive construction project. Following the deaths of her husband and infant daughter, Sarah consulted a medium who told her that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by Winchester rifles. The medium advised her to move west and build a house for these spirits, and as long as she continued building, she would be safe. Over the years, the house grew into a sprawling 160-room mansion with no real master plan. The Winchester Mystery House is said to be haunted by the very spirits that influenced its construction. Visitors today report hearing unexplained footsteps, feeling sudden cold spots, and even seeing shadowy figures wandering the endless corridors. Some say they've encountered the spirit of Sarah Winchester herself, still overseeing her never-ending project. Number 1. The Whaley House, San Diego. And now, we reach the most haunted place in California, the Whaley House in San Diego. Located in Old Town, this historic house looks charming from the outside, with its classic 19th century architecture and beautiful surroundings. But once you step inside, the atmosphere changes. The air feels heavy and it seems like something, or someone, might be watching you. The Whaley House was built in 1857 by Thomas Whaley, who intended it to be both a family home and a general store. But the land it was built on had a dark history. Years earlier, it had been the site of public executions, including that of Yankee Jim Robinson, a convicted thief who was hanged here. From the very beginning, the Whaley family experienced tragedy with the death of their infant son and the suicide of one of their daughters. These events, combined with the house's grim past, are believed to have contributed to the hauntings. Over the years, the Whaley House has served many purposes, including a courthouse, a theater, and a school, but it's the ghostly tales that continue to draw visitors to this day. The most famous ghost is that of Thomas Whaley, the original owner, who is often seen wandering the halls or standing at the top of the stairs. His wife, Anna, has also been spotted, dressed in her Victorian-era clothing. But the hauntings don't stop there. The house was built on the site of a former gallows, where criminals were executed, and one of those spirits, known as Yankee Jim Robinson, is said to haunt the property as well. The Whaley House has been the site of countless paranormal investigations, and the stories of ghostly encounters continue to grow.
Can you point to where you're standing right now?
And there you have it. But wait, California isn't the only state with a haunted history. If you're amazed by these spooky places and want to explore even more haunted locations, check out our video on the 7 most haunted places in the United States. You will find the link in the description. And let us know, which of these haunted places would you dare to visit first?